In Minecraft, you've got blocks, and in Lego, you've got bricks. But what if I made Lego bricks out of Minecraft blocks? Over the next week, I'm going to attempt to build a Lego house by following an official instruction manual step by step. First, I'm going to build all of the bricks that will be used, and then I'll follow the instructions to turn it into a 150 block tall house. I've got no clue if this will actually work, and I'll probably upload this even if it fails, so let's give it a go. Also, before I begin, please consider leaving a like and a comment. It helps the channel grow hugely. Thank you so much for managing to hit the like goal last video. I have the Mumbo Jumbo base transformation video out later this week. Anyway, let's begin. Before starting any building, I first actually went through all of the instructions for the house and listed out every single block in a document. This way I knew which blocks I had to make, so I can make them all in advance. There ended up being about 80 blocks to make. I ended up making the base of a standard brick be 5x5 blocks in size, with a 3x3 stud in the middle. Each brick would be 6 blocks tall and each short brick would be 2 blocks tall, so stacking 3 on top of each other would form a full-sized brick. To help me out, I built a huge base plate to create all of the bricks on, which helped me see the dimensions of everything. Once all the bricks are done, I'll remove them all from on top of the base plate and use it to build the house on. One thing that really surprised me early on is just how Lego-like the bricks looked. At first I wasn't expecting that the idea would actually work, but after looking at the bricks I felt a lot more confident in the idea. After building all of the more basic white bricks, I moved on to the arch brick, which I really liked the shaping of. After that I moved on to the thinner bricks and flat bricks. For the flat ones I didn't add any studs on top. As this block was a weird tan colour, there was no concrete in the game to represent the colour properly. I tried a few blocks but ended up just settling on the stripped jungle logs. Luckily from far away it still kinda looks like the brick. It was the best I could do without a resource pack. I really want to get to the actual house building part of the video, seeing as that's kinda the point of the whole video, so let's just quickly time lapse through the rest of the bricks. And now that all the bricks were made, I deleted them all. However, as I deleted them, I saved each brick as an individual schematic. If you're not already aware, a schematic is basically just a save file for a small build, which I can load in using the // schematic command. This means that I can load in any brick at any time, making it so I can build using the blocks without having to manually rebuild each block every time. This would make it far more realistic to building with Legos. Now that that's explained, let's start building. The instruction book has 58 steps. Let's start with step 1. The guide starts pretty simple. Over the first few steps we'll just be laying down the foundations of the build before building it upwards. As you can see, the pieces fit together perfectly. I was never good with Legos and so I kinda messed up already with step 1. But that's fine, I'll go back and fix that when I notice it later. From here, I just continued building up both the foundations of the house as well as some decorations in the front lawn. I was getting used to the copy locations of each block, so the process took a pretty long time at this point. You can really see the vision start to come to life though. These tiles on the front lawn, which make up the pathway, were a pain to place. Step 16 of the instructions was pretty difficult, as it was to make the garage door. This step was made up of 5 smaller steps, which took a while to figure out. This door is designed to be able to function in LEGO, opening and closing. While the door in Minecraft won't move, I still followed the instructions to a T, as I didn't want to cheat. Once I pasted the door in, I was very happy to see that it actually fit in place. As you can see, the top layer of the building is covered in smooth blocks. This is where the roof will later slot into place. On the side of the house, I added in the leaf bricks, which was pretty difficult due to the rotation on them, but I figured it out and they look really cool. Similar to the garage door, building the tree was made up of a few steps. It only took a couple of bricks to build though. Once it was in place, I rotated it 45 degrees as the instructions stated to do. Lastly for the house, I added in the porch lights which were made using smaller stud bricks. And this was it for the base of the house. Now it was time for the more difficult part, the roof. The roof ended up taking me many hours to build, but I'll speed the footage up into a minute for you. It should be pretty satisfying to watch at least. This was built in the void next to the rest of the house. Once it's finished, I'll just place it on top of the walls. It will be a good test to see if I made the bricks correctly, as if I failed to follow the instructions right, or made any bricks the wrong size, it won't fit on top of the walls I just finished building. I was pretty nervous about that while building the roof. For something made of Lego, the shaping of the roof is actually pretty complex. I love how it turned out. And now for the moment of truth. I pasted on the roof and luckily it fit perfectly. Seeing this was the most relieving moment of my life, as it meant I hadn't just wasted an entire week on something that failed. Instead, I'd wasted an entire week on something that worked. Anyway, with all that done, I can now confidently say that you can build a Minecraft house by following LEGO instructions. If you'd like to see me do this again with a different set like a castle, please do let me know in the comments.